So I was thinking about social media, and I was thinking about how social media has changed the way that we date, right? Like, it's kind of like everywhere we look, there's someone explaining how to like spot red flags and like what's a green flag, what's a red flag. And then if they do this, then don't, be with that person. If they say this, then don't even try, like leave. There's all these words thrown around: narcissist, blah, 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 sociopath. And honestly, like, I don't know. I mean, yeah, I'm not saying that like they can't be right. Like, I'm sure there's instances where this applies because some behaviors are legitimately dangerous. So I'm not trying to like argue that we should ignore red flags or something, but I do think that something's changed where we kind of stop meeting people. Like, it's more like we investigate them ahead of time and then during the process of being around them, you know? And I don't know, dating shouldn't be an investigation. I feel like the moment that you're kind of looking for red flags, then like every single interaction that you have becomes like evidence of something because you have this notion beforehand, right? Like you see somebody make a bad joke or something that could legitimately just be a bad joke, and you're like, oh, that's what that means. And I think this is like a sign of a change that's occurring in how we relate to each other that I feel might be pretty dangerous because I feel like the more convinced we become that we can like identify people quickly, the less curious we are about who they are. And I think that's an essential part of like being around someone and encountering them. It's like we don't really ask questions. We're just kind of so afraid that all we're focusing on is like investigating them, and that makes us unable to see what they're struggling with and what they're trying to say, even maybe. Like we've already decided, we've already categorized them ahead of time, and now we're just looking for evidence of our theory. And I don't know, don't get me wrong, like I said, patterns matter and you should always protect yourself, right? And definitely leave relationships when they're unsafe. Like, I'm not trying to say ignore your intuition, but I think there's something about resisting the fantasy that another person can be reduced to a checklist. I think that can be really helpful to us, and I think you can do both things at the same time. Because people are flawed, right? They're living processes, they're contradictory, and they change all the time, and they're messy and they're chaotic. And I don't know. I don't know. And I think it's also a red flag to like stop looking at people and encountering them and seeing them and being around them. Like, if it's just about your interpretation of them, then are you even really relating to that? Are you really close? Are you really opened? Like, are you opening yourself up for them? I think that this kind of shit, it makes us like form a relationship with our explanation rather than forming a relationship with another person, if that makes sense.